Welcome, Wildcat fans. I'm Cindy McCarthy, and I would like to welcome everybody to tonight's Tri-Rivers volleyball matchup. We've got Springville in the house tonight. The Orioles are coming in, and they are rated #1 in 1A. They are coming in with, in their last 5 games, they're 4-1. They actually just got beat this weekend by North Cedar in a tournament, so they're coming into tonight's game 25-2 overall, and they are 3-0 in the conference. And the Central City Wildcats are coming in 5-2. They're on a 3-game winning streak here. They won a couple conference games last week, and so they're entering tonight's game 13-8 with a 3-0 conference record. So right now, on our side, on the west side, Springville and the Wildcats are tied for first place in the Tri-Rivers Conference. Before I go any more, I want to go ahead and give a shout out to Heartland Bank. Heartland Bank and Trust Company is a community bank with offices in Central City and Eastern Iowa, providing a complete line of financial services to commercial and retail customers, customized lending, and cash management solutions. We build strong relationships by getting to know our customers and understanding their needs. Learn more at www.hbtbank.com, member FDIC. And we always like to give a big shout out to Heartland Bank, which allows us to bring these live broadcasts. So as I was mentioning here, we've got Springville in the house tonight, and #1 in 1A, coming in 25-2, and as I mentioned, the Wildcats 13-8. We got the Wildcats here just getting ready to warm up. We've got 6 minutes until we're ready to get playing some volleyball. Just some leaders here, statistical-wise. In the kill category for the Wildcats, it's Bailey Weber, and followed by Coletta Wade. Leading the Wildcats in blocks is Macy Lupkis. Belle Whitson, the setter, obviously is going to lead the team in assists. And Bella Dam, who is our libero, is obviously leading the team in digs. Serving is, the top serving percentages are Cami Ellis, Bailey Weber, and Coletta Wade is up there as well. So the Wildcats, so going back a little bit here, just some names you'll hear on the for Springville. Ashley Zaruba, their libero, is leading them in leading the team in digs. Nia Howard, who is the setter, obviously is leading them in assists. Kennedy Breitfelder is leading Springville in kills. Rowan Jacoby is leading the Orioles in blocks. I mentioned that Springville lost 4-1, or they lost their last game at their last tournament to North Cedar. The Wildcats actually beat North Cedar earlier this season at a tournament in September. So so the Wildcats, they have that, and they've actually faced each other, and I know they faced each other at a couple tournaments, and the Wildcats have taken the Orioles to 3 games. In tournaments, they play the best out of 3, and I know twice the Wildcats took the Orioles to 3 games. So, so the Wildcats have shown that they can be competitive with Springville, and they've beaten an opponent that was able to beat Springville. So hopefully the Wildcats are coming in with a little bit of some confidence to know that they've actually been able to compete and with the Orioles. So we'll see. Hopefully the Wildcats come out in a good mindset and have some success tonight. We've got about 3 minutes to go. As I mentioned, the Wildcats here, got a decent crowd. The junior high teams played Springville, and now the varsity, obviously the high school teams. So decent crowd. The Wildcats are in their black uniforms. They've got red trim down the sleeve and down the sides. They got red numbers. And I'm not sure Orioles got black pants, and it looks like they've got black shirts as well. Very similar to the Wildcats. They've got stripes, orange stripes down the side and orange numbers. So similar uniforms here. Just some other happenings. As I mentioned, the junior high girls have been playing volleyball, and they've been having a pretty decent season. I'm not sure what their record is, but I know they've been coming out on top, it seems like, more than not. Also, the football team unfortunately had their first loss last Friday night against Easton Valley. Easton Valley, I think, was rated 4th, I believe, in 8-man football. So the Wildcats are putting together a really good football season, and they will be actually at Springville this Friday night at 7 o'clock. So come on out over to Springville and cheer on the Wildcats. And again, if you can't make it, David Warrington is going to be announcing the game. He announces all the football games, home and away. So David will be on the mic on Friday night if you can't make it to the game, but hopefully you can. It should be a good game. And we have one more home volleyball game, I believe, next week. And I'll be doing that for you guys. But we'll get to next week when we get to next week. So let's take care of tonight's game here. Wildcats are getting some serving in, and we will be getting ready for the starting lineups and then the national anthem. As I mentioned, Wildcats had 2 wins last week. They went to East Buchanan on Thursday, and then they beat Alburnett on Tuesday. So they had a pretty good week last week. So hopefully they're coming in with a lot of confidence. As I mentioned, they should be encouraged knowing that they beat North Cedar, and North Cedar is the team that just beat Springville, and then also just with the success, the competitiveness that we had with the Orioles. So we'll see what happens here. Right now we're getting ready again for the starting lineups. So for the Orioles, it's going to be number 5, Ashlyn Zaruba as the libero.
Captain, number 7, Nia Howard.
Nia Howard is the setter, as I mentioned.
Number 17, Molly Stamp.
Molly Stamp, the outside hitter.
30, Rowan Jacoby.
Rowan Jacoby, a middle hitter.
Number 21,
Hannah March will be another outside hitter.
And number 32, Lily Clark.
Kennedy Breitfelder, as I mentioned, leads them in kills. And
And now for your Central City Wildcats.
there's starters there for the
Number 12, libero, Isabella Day.
for the Orioles. Isabella Dam will start for the Wildcats at libero.
Number 14, Coletta Wade.
Then you got Coletta Wade, outside hitter.
And number 4, Ava Warrington.
Ava Warrington starting as an outside hitter for the Wildcats.
Number 7, Bailey Weber.
Bailey Weber, hitter for the Wildcats.
13, Allie
Allie Fritcher,
Captain for the team, number 20, Isabel Whitson.
and Belle Whitson, the setter for the Wildcats, starts.
Number 23, Cammie Ellis.
And Cammie Ellis, back row player and server for the Wildcats. Now I'll take a break for the national anthem. As Beth Griggs doing the national anthem for the tonight's game. We used to have Briley Brooks, who would always do all the national anthems. She played volleyball and basketball, and she'd always do that, but she graduated. So Beth has, who is our athletic trainer, who we super appreciate. She comes to all the home sporting events, and then she also goes to the home and away football games, so we really appreciate her, and so she happens to be here, so they're double dipping with Beth and got her to sing the national anthem. And we are getting ready to start here. I did not see who gets first serve. Looks like they're getting the lineups here figured out. And looks like Springville is going to have the serve first. And we are just about underway. Nia Howard with the serve, and there's Cammie Ellis up to Whitson. Whitson's tight to the net, and Springville's going to get the first point of the night. Bad pass, and it put Whitson right up next to the net, and she wasn't able to do anything, and it got put right back at us. Nia Howard with serve number 2. Whitson's going to bump it up, and we're going to have a back row attack by Bella Dam. There's going to be a free ball over to the Wildcats. Whitson's going to set up Weber, but it's tipped over, and the Orioles are going to come back with a tip of their own. Then Dam's going to go. There's a tip by Wade, and now there's an attack. Played up by Warrington. There's Whitson to back go again, attack to Dam, and it kept alive by the Springville. Now they come back with their own attack. Good hustle by the Wildcats. They're going to free ball that over. There's a lot of scrappy play going on right now. There's a pass tight, and it's a little tip, but Dam is there. They're going to go outside to Wade, and they're there. We're going to come back on this side here with Stamp, but it's kept alive by the Wildcats, and there's Bailey Weber with the hit, and they're going to come back with a free ball by Springville. Whitson's going to go outside to Wade. Wade pounds it, blocked, kept alive, free balled. Oh, it's going to be pushed over. There's, and Weber's going to tip it back over, and it drops right in the middle. Wow, what a great rally. Both teams, a lot of scrappy play going on there. A lot of scrappy play, but Wildcats are able to get kind of a miscommunication there in the Orioles, and we have Coletta Wade with the serve. They're going to go outside, and that's March, and she gets her kill to drop, and It's going to be a point Springville, so it's 2-1. Orioles are up. And Carson Clothier is back to, no, I take that back. That's Molly Stamp back to serve. And Wildcats play it up, and they get a hit out of Bailey Weber, and she gets a kill. And so serve's going to go over to the Wildcats. Avery Weiss checks in. Ava Warrington checks out. Avery, a freshman, is going to do some serving here. She checks in to do serving. It's 2-2, Wildcats and Springville tied. And we're going to go outside with the left-handed hitter, and that's Kennedy Brettfelder. And her hit down the line was in. And so it's going to be a point Springville. So Zaruba's going to go back and serve for the Orioles. And she serves it to Dam, gets it up to Belle Whitson. Belle Whitson just tips it over, and she finds an opening, and it's going to be point Wildcats. So it's 3-3. And Bailey Weber is going to go back and serve for the Wildcats. Bailey hit the little floater. They get it up to Howard, and she gets it to Lily Clark, who pounds it home and gets a point. So now it's 4-3. Springville's up. And there's the serve. There's Lexi Diedekers up to Whitson. Whitson goes to Allie Fritcher. Nice hit by Allie Fritcher. And Hannah March isn't able to handle that. And so there's going to be a kill for Allie. And Allie's going to go back and serve. It's 4-4. Allie with the serve. They get it to Howard. She bump sets it. It's just kind of down-balled over. Wildcats are going to play it. Whitson's going to go out to Wade. Wade with the hit. Partially blocked, but it trickled off of the block and off the net and drops to the ground. And so the Wildcats are up 5-4. Allie Fritcher is going to be serving it again. And she goes to Zaruba. They go to Howard. They get it in the middle. Clark just tips it, but the Wildcats are there, and they play it back over, and now just kind of tipped over here by the Orioles, and Belle Whitson hits it from her front row setter spot, and it drops down in front of Zaruba, and that's going to be a point Wildcats. And it is 6-4 here. Allie Fritcher doing the serving here for the Wildcats. And it's a little floater. They're going to get it to Howard. She's going to go back outside to Breitfelder, I'm sorry. I think I mispronounced her. She's leading them in kills, and she got a kill right there. She's a lefty. And it makes it 6-5, and Breitfelder's going to go back and serve. Dam to Whitson. Whitson's going to Macy. Lupkus in the middle, and it's just out. Nice arm swing, good hard hit, but it just went out. So that's a point Orioles, and it's going to be 6-6. Breitfelder will continue to serve. And there's a good serve, but it's played up by Weber. They're going to go outside to Wade. Wade's blocked. And it went out off of the block. Good hit by Coletta. And Wildcats will get that point. 7-6. We're in game one. And Belle Whitson's going to serve. Howard's going to go outside to Molly Stamp. It's blocked by the Wildcats. Stamp's going to downball it over. There's Wade. They're going to go to Whitson. She's going to go back out to Wade. There's a block. Oh, a good block by the Orioles that time. Looks like Lily Clark there with the block. So there's a point for the Orioles, and it's 7-7. And Lily Clark's going to go back and serve in the back row. Dam gets it up to Whitson. Whitson's going to go quick to Lupkus in the middle, and they block her in the middle. That's going to be Jacoby and Stamp. So now it's 8-7 Orioles. And Dam with the pass, it goes right back over to the Orioles, but they're not able to do anything with it. Comes back to Springville. They get a hit by Lupkus, but Orioles are right there, and they come back with a hit. That was Stamp, but the Wildcats are going to come back with a hit by Coletta Wade out of that strong side, and the blockers are there, but they can't do anything with it, and it goes out. So Wildcats are going to get a point. So it's 8-8, and Cammie Ellis is checking in, and Macy Lucas is checking out. Did a good job in the front row. Cammie's going to come in. She's, again, one of the better servers for the Wildcats. She does a really good job at changing up her serves. Springville plays it over, and then Wildcats go right back with a hit by Belle Whitson, and now a big hit out of the middle by Rowan Jacoby, and it's a block. That's Coletta Wade right there with the block. She's like, not in my house. You're not bringing that stuff. So let's see if Wildcats can play off of that. Cammie Ellis again with the serve. Howard's going to go outside and set it, and there's a big hit by Molly Stamp. Wildcats can't play that back. So that's point Springville, so it's 9-9. And Nia Howard is going to be serving. They've went through their rotation now. Nia to Ellis, Whitson, and she's going to go back to a back row attack from Cammie Ellis. And Cammie mishits that, and it goes out. So Nia Howard with the next serve, and that goes deep. So it makes it point Wildcats, and it's 10-10. And we've got Coletta Wade back serving for the Wildcat. Nice serve. Howard tight, and that was Rowan Jacoby right there for the quick hit out of the middle. Tight pass, but Howard was able to play it, and we've got Molly Stamp going back. Stamp with the serve, and the Wildcats are going to come back with Bailey Weber out of the middle, but we've got Rowan Jacoby right there in the middle blocking. And as I think I mentioned on the beginning here, Jacoby does lead the Orioles in blocks, so Wildcats are going to have to work around her. There's the serve. Wildcats are going to go outside to Allie Fritcher, played up by Stamp. They're going to come outside there with Hannah March, and Hannah March is hitting error, and Wildcats will get the point there. So Avery Wise is going to come back in, and it is Springville 12, Wildcats 11. Let's see if Avery can put some serves here together. Good up ball there by Zaruba, down balled by Kennedy Breitfelder, and she just kind of downballed it over and misplayed there by the Wildcats. Should have probably been able to play that back up, but they didn't, and it was a point. And so it's 13-11 Orioles, and we've got Ashlyn Zaruba serving, and she just gets an ace serve right there. And that makes it 14-11. Springville's opening up a little gap here. There's a pass, a set from, and then just kind of a half hit by Bailey Weber, but it was just enough that it took the back row person by surprise, and the Wildcats were able to get a point out of that. So Macy Lucas will check in, Cammie Ellis will go out, and it's 12-14, and we've got Bailey Weber serving. They get the pass, bad pass by Stamp, and it goes right to the front row where Macy Lucas is ready to put that one down. So there's a kill for Macy. And there's the serve set by Howard. They go with Clark, Clark. She gets the tip on that, and the Wildcats aren't able to play that. So that makes it 15-13. Orioles are up. There's the serve by March. And they're going to come with a big hit out of the middle. There's Lily Clark. Wildcats weren't able to get over there to block, so that makes it 16-13. Orioles have a little gap here. We've got, again, Hannah March back serving for the Orioles. And there's a serve to Dam. We're going to go back to Allie Fritcher, and Breitfelder was there, but it hit off of her hand and went out of bounds. And so that's going to be a point for the Wildcats. So it's 14-16, Springville's up. We're in game one, And we've got Allie Fritcher serving for the Wildcats. There's a good serve. It's passed up to Howard. She's a back set it there to Breitfelder. And Breitfelder's going to get the kill. And she's going to go back and serve. (14-17). Springville's up. There's a nice soft serve. Dam gets it to Whitson. She goes outside to Wade. Wade with the big hit, and March isn't able to do anything with that hit, so goes out. Point Wildcats, 15-17 here. Belle Whitson is going to go back. We have Ava Warrington subbing in for Lexi Dedeker. And Whitson with the serve. Breitfelder gets it up to Howard. Bad pass. Nia didn't really have anything to do with it. Coletta Wade and Macy Lupkus are right there to put it back down. So it's 16-17, and Whitson's going to serve again. We're in game 1. There's a floating serve, and it's popped up, and it's just going to be downballed over, kept alive by Weber, and from the back row, Bella Dam attacks. And I think they're saying, I'm not sure what, if they called in the net. I'm not sure what they called, but they gave the point to Springville on that. There was some action by the net, so it's 18-16, and now they just called 2 hits on Macy Lupkus. So now that's a point, so it's 19-16. Wildcats need to do something here. Lily Clark serving for the Orioles. Bad pass, and Jacoby's there waiting for it, and we're going to get a timeout. It's 2016. Orioles are up. Heartland Bank is everywhere you are. With our online and mobile banking apps, you have your accounts at your fingertips, anytime, anywhere. Check your balances, pay bills, transfer money, and find Heartland Bank locations with just a touch. Bank on the go at hbtbank.com, member FDIC. Well, it's a pretty tight game, and we kind of talked about this at the beginning, that the Wildcats come in with some confidence. They've won their last 3 games. They know that North Cedar beat Springville in their last game this weekend at the tournament, and the Wildcats know that they beat Springville, or as I mentioned, they beat North Cedar earlier at a tournament. So kind of coming in with maybe a little bit of confidence. So we'll see if we can fight back here. We got Clark with the serve. Dam gets it up to Whitson. It's kind of tight. Whitson had a bad set there, and they said that was an illegal hit by Macy Lupkus. So Wildcats are kind of had 3 errors here that have really hurt them. There's a pass, and we're going to go back row to Bailey Weber for an attack. She just tips it over. They're going to go outside to Stamp, and kept alive by the Wildcats. And we come back with Coletta Wade. Coletta's really hitting the ball well tonight, and she's going to get a kill right there. And that's going to be a side out. Wildcats needed that. And I like Cami Ellis serving. She does a great job, as I mentioned, changing up her serves. And at 17-21, there's a nice short serve. They're going to be able to play that. There's a try to tip. Molly Stamp just tried to tip it over, and she didn't quite get it over the net, so there's going to be an error. Wildcats will take that. 18-21 here. Cami Ellis is going to serve again. Again, she's going to go with a little jump serve, kind of a little floater. Zaruba to Howard. They're going to come back with Stamp. Big hit that time. Gets around the blocks. Weber's not able to get over there, and that's going to be a point. Springville, so it's 22-18. We're in game 1. And Nia Howard serving for Springville. She's got a jump serve. There it is. Drops right down in front of Cami Howard. That's going to be an ace. And there's going to be another timeout. So it's 18-23. We're in game 1. Timeout Central City. Heartland Bank is a full-service community bank. We believe in meeting the needs of our customers while exceeding their expectations. Banking is personal to each individual. That's why we provide options for your life. Member FDIC. So Wildcats had it was a 2-point game, and then the Wildcats got called for 3, kind of weird. A double hit. I think it was in the net, and then just an awkward, they said, Macy Lupkus mishit on a kill attempt, and so that kind of opened up this gap here that we have 18-23. Wildcats take a timeout here. Nia Howard serving for the Orioles. Wildcats need to get a side out, need to put a little run together here if possible. So everybody looks like we're ready. And there's a hit, and it looked like it could have went out, but Cammie Ellis played it, and it went off of her hands, and though that makes it 24-18. So there's a little bit of lack of communication. Cammie losing track of where she is on the court, and like I said, probably out, but she went ahead and played it. So there's the next pass. Dam passes it right back over to Springville, and they're going to set it, and there's Stamp with a hit, played up by the Wildcats. Coletta Wade downballs it. There's Breitfelder to Howard. Howard's going to go back to March. Wildcats are there. We're going to go outside to Coletta Wade, who's been really hitting the ball well. Zaruba to March. March punches it over, kept alive by Warrington. Wildcats free ball it over Bailey Weber. Zaruba up to Howard. They go quick in the middle, and I think that was Jacoby. And she gets the kill, and Springville's going to take game 1, 18-25. So Wildcats were hanging in there with them, and then we just hit a little rough spot there where the Wildcats had a couple errors called on them, a couple mistakes, and that allowed Springville to kind of open up a little lead, and Wildcats weren't able to recover, but pretty competitive game. We had some really good rallies, and we'll see if the Wildcats can come back here and regroup and see what they can do in game 2. A new rule this year, and I think kind of from COVID, is the teams always used to switch sides, and they no longer do that. So when they flip at the beginning, they not only flip for what side they want to be on, but what if they want to serve or not. So Wildcats are, I'm facing the official scores table. Wildcats are to my left and Springville's to my right. Wildcats are back out on the floor, getting ready to go for game 2. Looks like we're going to have the same starters. We've got Cammie Ellis, Belle Whitson, Allie Fritcher, and then we've got Weber, Warrington, and Wade in front. And Wildcats will start with the serve this game. And it looks like actually Coletta Wade's going to serve first for the Wildcats. Springville's going to start with Howard and Jacoby and March. Looks like Breitfelder, Zaruba, and Stamp are going to be the starters there for the Orioles. So we are underway with game 2. There's Zaruba up to Howard, and they're going to go quick to Jacoby. Ellis was there but wasn't able to handle it. So just like that, while Orioles are going to get a point and take the serve away from the Wildcats. And that's going to be Stamp with the serve. Whitson sets Weber out of the middle, saved by Howard, and thrown over and then misplayed by the Wildcats. Great save there by Howard, and it's 2-0 Springville. Stamp serving again. There's Weber up to Whitson. They're going to go back to Weber in the middle, blocked. Whitson's there to keep it up. Then Dam's going to set it for Fritcher, and Fritcher with the big hit. Kept alive by Zaruba, then free-balled over by March. There's Fritcher. It's going to go Whitson back to Fritcher. Fritcher with another big hit, but it's out, and I don't think anybody touched it, unfortunately. So there's going to be a point. Wildcats need to get a side out right here. It's 3-0. Really can't afford to go down too much here. We can't get too far behind. So there's Stamp again. Dam helped by Warrington, just pushed over by Weber. And out of the middle there quick is going to be Kennedy Breitfelder. And it's 4-0. Not the start that the Wildcats wanted here. So we got Stamp serving. And there's Weber. She gets it up to Whitson. They go outside to Fritcher. Fritcher tries to change it up and go down the line, but it's out. Nice idea by Allie to get around the blockers, but it did go out. And it's 5-0. Springville's up, and there's going to be a quick timeout here by Coach Danielle Clark of the Wildcats. So I'm going to take advantage of that and talk about Heartland Bank. Heartland Bank represents a new approach to banking in Iowa, expanded services, more technology, and increased personal attention. Heartland Bank is proud to sponsor Central City Sports, member FDIC. And again, we always appreciate everything that Heartland Bank does for us. It allows us to bring these broadcasts, and we enjoy doing that for all of the Wildcat fans out there. So we've got Molly Stamp continuing here to serve for the Orioles. See if the Wildcats can break her serve. There's a good serve. Dam gets it up to Whitson. They go quick to Weber. Weber tips it over, but Zaruba's right there. Back set, kind of tight there. Not the best set by Howard, and Wildcats will take that. It's in the net. And now Avery Weiss is going to come in to serve, so the Wildcats get on the board. 5-1 is the score. Avery Wise with the nice serve. Zaruba. Howard bumps it up, and it's just tipped over there by Breitfelder. And we're going to come back with a big hit by Fritcher, but there's Rowan Jacoby there for the block. Jacoby's going to go out, and Lily Clark's going to go in. And Ashlyn Zaruba is going to go back to serve for the Orioles, who are up 6-1. There's a serve to Lexi Dedeker, who comes in and plays a little bit of the back row. She's a freshman, just tipped over by Fritcher. They're going to come outside to Marsh, and she gets it around the blockers, and it trickles and finds a hole, and that's going to be a kill for March. So that makes it 7-1. And we've got Zaruba serving again. Ashlyn Zaruba with the serve. There's Cami Ellis. And passing error on Cami. So that makes it 8-1. Ashlyn Zaruba again with the serve. There's Dedeker. She gets it to Whitson. They're going to say 2 hits on Whitson. So there's another error on the Wildcats. So just some unforced errors on the Wildcats have really contributed here to a 9-1 lead for the Springville Orioles. We've got Zaruba with the serve again. There's Ellis, gets it to Whitson outside to Fritcher, but we've got, this time it's Clark and Kennedy Breitfelder with the block. And so that makes it 10-1. And Zaruba will continue serving. There's Dedeker, gets it up to Whitson. Whitson goes something quick with Weber, but it's blocked, but kept alive by Fritcher. And we're going to do a back row attack by Bella Dam, and Zaruba's not able to make a play on that, so the Wildcats get a much needed side out. Macy Lupkus is going to check in, and Cami Ellis is going out. And Bailey Weber's going to go back and serve for the Wildcats. Wildcats need to put something together here. There's a nice short serve. And Clark's going to come back. Weber's there, but it shanks off her arm. And just like that, Springville gets it right back. So it's 11-2. And we've got Hannah March going back to serve for the Orioles. March gets it to Lexi Diedeker, who serves it over to Springville. Set there by Nia Howard, and she just sets it right over the net. And the Wildcats were ready for a quick hit, and that's a point. And makes it 12-2, and it's going to be a timeout Wildcats. Each person and family has unique financial needs. That's why we offer a variety of personal banking and lending products. We offer everything you need for your personal financial success, from checking and savings accounts to loans and online services. Heartland Bank, member FDIC. So Wildcats need to get their refocused here and see if they can't make a little bit of a comeback. I'm not sure. Not sure here if mentally, if they can. They're looking down a little bit. It's going to be a big climb back up, but a couple breaks, if we can get a couple things to drop, you never know what'll happen. In volleyball, it's weird like that. And again, we have Hannah March doing the serving. There's Bailey Weber up to Whitson, then goes to Fritcher, and it's blocked by Breitfelder and Clark that time. So March is going to continue serving. There's another serve. It goes to Diedeker, goes right back to Springville. And Clark is right there waiting for it for the kill. Not what the Wildcats wanted to do coming out of that timeout. It's 14-2. We're in game 2. Springville took game 1, 25-18. They've got Hannah March serving. And there's going to be a tip over by the Orioles, kept alive by the Wildcats. Bella Dam free balls it. Comes back from Howard, tipped around here by the Wildcats. Fritcher down balls it. Howard goes outside to Breitfelder. There's Bella Dam. Kept alive by Lucas, just downballed over by Fritcher. We're going to go outside to Breitfelder again, and this time the Wildcats aren't able to make a play on it, and that's going to be a point Springville. And it looks Hannah March is going to stay in and continue serving here. 15-2, game 2. March with the serve. She's going to Diedeker, gets it up to Whitson. Whitson's going to go quick to Lucas in the middle, and there we go. Lily Clark was there, but she just wasn't able to get the ball back over the net, and it goes straight down, so Wildcats will take that. And we'll get the point, 3-15. We've got our work cut out for us here, but let's see if Allie Fritcher can't just get a couple points here and try to cut into that. They're gonna go outside to Breitfelder. And Wildcats are going to go to Wade. Wade's been quiet game 2. She had a pretty good game 1. Wildcats just haven't been able to use her. We're going back and forth here just with some tips over the net. Now there's a big kill by Lily Clark out of the middle. She put that one down. Both teams were just kind of tipping it back and forth, back and forth. And looks like we've got Kennedy Breitfelder go back to serve for Springville. It's 16-3. We're in game 2. Breitfelder's serve is taken by Weber, gets it up to Whitson. She goes back row to Dam for the back row attack, kept alive by the Orioles, and then we've got Stamp coming out of that that weak side. No, I'm sorry, that strong side, and she goes deep with it. And we've got Warrington checking in, Lexi Diedeker checking out, and Belle Whitson's going to serve for the Wildcats. And there's Stamp, played up by Whitson. There's Dam, and she's going to go with Coletta Wade just with the down ball over. Springville's going to come back with Stamp, and she pushes it down the side, but Weber's there, but just wasn't able to pop it up enough to allow anybody else to make a play on it, so it makes it 17-4. 17-4, and Clark's going to serve. There's Wade. Whitson's going to bump it into the middle. Dam out of the back row. Played up by Breitfelder. Howard's going to come to Stamp. And Wade gets a hand on it, but it goes out. And it's 18-4 in game 2. Springville leads 1-0 already. And there's a hit in the middle, and Whitson is in the net. And it's 19-4, and Clark will serve again. And there's Weber, gets it to Whitson, and just tipped over by Wade. And there's going to be error on Kennedy Breitfelder, who was trying to set Nia Howard, and they called a double hit on that. And we've got Cami Ellis serving for the Wildcats. And there's going to be a hit in the net, and Wildcats will take that 5-19. Wildcats need to, again, cut into this lead a little bit, and Cami Ellis is the one who can do it. She does a great job of changing up her serve. She can go hard. She can bring it soft, short, deep. And just like that, there's a hitting error by Molly Stamp. Wildcats will take it. Off of that serve, the pass was tight to the net. Nia Howard didn't have a lot she could do with it, and there was the hitting error. So Cami Ellis with another serve. She goes at Stamp. Howard's going to go back to Stamp, but it's a tight miss set right there. Got too tight, and Stamp wasn't able to do anything with that. So there's another error on the Orioles, and we'll take that. We'll take it. 7-19. Here we go, making a little comeback. Nice serve by Cami, just tips the net, and it drops, and the Orioles aren't able to make a play, so it's 8-19, and Springville's calling a timeout. And so I'll go ahead and talk about Heartland Bank. Each person and family has unique financial needs. That's why we offer a variety of personal banking and lending products. We offer everything you need for your personal financial success, from checking and savings accounts to loans and online services. Heartland Bank, member FDIC. So this is exactly what we needed. Cami Ellis does, like I said, a great job of changing up her serves. The other thing I like is she moves around on the back line. Some people always go to the same spot. They'll always line up in the far right corner or right in the middle, or they'll go to the left side. Cami does a great job of moving around, and sometimes she'll be in the middle, sometimes she'll be way over to the right, and she does a good job of floaters and then putting a little steam on behind them. So let's see if she can't keep it up. There's a good serve. It goes to Zaruba. She goes to Howard. Howard just tips it over, and unfortunately, Dam isn't able to make a play on that tip. And so there's the side out that Springville wanted after that timeout. So it's 20-8. Howard with the serve. Ellis to Ellis with the ball over, and the played back. Played back by the Orioles. Wildcats are coming right back with a kill by Wade. She put it right down in the middle, right where no Oriole could get to it, and that makes it 9-20. We're in game 2, and Orioles took game 1, 25-18. So we've got Coletta Wade. Coletta Wade is another one of our top servers. See if she can make something happen. There's a good solid serve being played back there by the Orioles. They were able to get a play on that. Molly Stamp with a good pass. Howard to March, and March puts it down for the kill. So it's 20-10, and we've got Stamp going back for the serve. There's Weber up to Whitson. Whitson jumps, and I'm not sure what Whitson was trying to do there, but they're going to call her for an illegal hit, and that makes it 22-10. We got Stamp serving. There's Weber, bad pass, but kept alive, and it's free balled over, and then a kind of a bad pass on Springville's part, so they just have to tip it back over. Now Dam's going to go to Fritcher, and there's the block. We've got Jacoby and I think Breitfelder over there with the block, so it's 23-10. We're in game 2. Springville took game 1, 25-18. We've got Stamp with the serve right now. There's Bella Dam up to Whitson. Whitson with the jump set. Weber just with the kind of half tip over. They're going to come back with March with the big hit, kept alive by Ellis. They're going to go outside to Fritcher. There's going to be the big hit by Breitfelder. And Weber was there and got a partial block on it, but the Wildcats just weren't able to make a play. So it's 24-10, game point here. And we're going to have Molly Stamp serving. There's the serve. Dam gets it up to Whitson. Whitson's going to go quick to Weber. Nice. Nice pass. Nice set by Whitson, and Weber pounded that right out of the middle with that quick hit. Found an opening there. So that makes it, Wildcats aren't going down without a fight here. It's 11-24. Right now, Wildcats are just working to get some momentum here to go into game 3. It'd be great if we could get a run here and put a scare into Springville. We'll see. So the ball went out into the commons, and they're trying to track it down out there, I guess. Oh, here it comes. So we got Avery Wise. Freshman doing some serving, and she serves it in the net. Not the way the Wildcats wanted that game to go. So game 2 goes to Springville, 25-11. Kind of a disappointing game there after the way game 1 went. And so let's see if the Wildcats can't kind of get regrouped and put something together here for game 3 and see if they can force it into a couple games here. So I have a second. I'm going to go ahead and give a shout out here again to Heartland Bank. From your first checking account to your first car, first mortgage to retirement, and all the money matters in between, Heartland Bank people relate because they're your people. They are in your community, sitting beside you at the kids' games, working local fundraisers, and shooting the breeze at the grocery store. Start building the banking relationship of a lifetime with Heartland Bank, member FDIC. And again, I always like to take an opportunity here to thank Heartland Bank. They obviously provide us with some funding here to do this sports channel, and they also usually provide a lunch for the teachers at the beginning of the year and at the end of the year, and we appreciate that. And they're there supporting some other organizations as well throughout the year. And again, our school appreciates the partnership that we have with Heartland Bank. All right, so we are ready for game 3. Wildcats are down 2-0 here. So we need to try to get some momentum, kind of get that fire. We had a great first game. There were a lot of really long rallies, a lot of scrappy play, but Wildcats have been struggling here a little bit, struggled in game 2. So Orioles are going to start with the serve. Nia Howard goes right at Cammie Ellis, gets it up to, and there's a great start for the Wildcats. Ellis gets it to Whitson, Whitson to Weber, and Weber pounds it. Showed some emotion there, the Wildcats. So let's see if they can fight back here and win a game or two. There's Coletta Wade, and it's going to be just a free ball over from March. Ellis gets it up to Whitson. Whitson again with Weber, and Weber kind of mishits it, but just enough that it goes across the net, and Springville's not able to make anything happen with it. And that's going to be 2-0 Wildcats. We got Coletta Wade again. Nice serve. She goes right at Zaruba. Howard gets it up to March. March just tips it, and the Wildcats aren't able to make a play on that. So it's 2-1. Wildcats up. Springville leads 2-0. We're in game 3, and we are going to have Molly Stamp serve. Whitson's going to go with Weber in the middle, and she finds the spot right in front of Stamp, who after she served wasn't able to get in and cover that middle spot. And so that's going to be a point Wildcats. Avery Wise is going to come in. Let's see if Avery can get this going again. And she served it in the net last time, and she just served it in the net again. Not what you want to happen when you just come in to serve. If you're going to come in to serve, you should hopefully be able to put it in play. So anyway, we'll see if Avery can get that figured out the next time she comes up. So that makes it 3-2 for the Orioles. And we have Ashlyn Zaruba serving, and there was a bad pass on the Wildcats, so now it's 3-3. Zaruba's with the serve again. There's Lexi Dedeker. She passes it right over to Springville, and they're going to come back with Breitfelder with the big arm swing, and that's a point Orioles. And so just like that, Orioles are back on top, 4-3. Wildcats really need to be able to go back-to-back here. There's Dam. Whitson's going to bounce it up, and it's going to be a back row attack by Ellis, played up by Zaruba to Howard, and it's, it looks like Lily Clark was in the net for the Orioles that time, so that's what the Wildcats needed, get that error or get that point some way. 4-4. Bailey Weber with the serve, and nice hustle by Howard to keep it alive, and then Zaruba free balls it over. We've got Whitson going outside to Fritcher. Nice big hit, but played up by the Orioles. And the Orioles just kind of pushed it over on the second hit. Wildcats weren't ready, and they just went deep with it, and the Wildcats were sucked up. And there's going to be a point Orioles, so it's 5-4. And Hannah March is going back to serve. Nice serve. And Lexi Dedeker and Bella Dam, bad communication, and that lands for an ace serve. 6-4. March will serve again. March was the one in game 2 that kind of broke things open with her serve, so I don't know if it's a rotation thing or her serve or what, but there it is, played back over, but it's going to be free balled by Breitfelder. Wildcats are on the attack here. They're going to go middle with Macy Lupkus. And Howard just tips it over where Wildcats are there. Back row attack by Weber. Kept alive by the Orioles, and there's a big hit out of the middle by Lily Clark. And Wildcats just don't have an answer for that right now. No blocking up there in the front row. So it's 7-4. Orioles lead 2-0. And there's a miss hit by Bailey Weber. And that's going to be an ace serve for March, and we are at 8-4. Dam gets it up to Whitson, back sets it to Fritcher. Fritcher tips, and they say that I think Kennedy Breitfelder was in the net, so they were anticipating a big hit, and it was a tip, and she lost her balance and touched the net, and so now it's 8-5 Wildcats. Allie Fritcher with the serve, played up. They're going to go outside to Breitfelder. Nice job by Avery Wise to be there and try to play it back up, but she's just not able to keep it in bounds, so it goes out of bounds. So it's 9-5. Orioles are up. There's a serve. Weber to Whitson. Whitson outside to Wade. Comes back over. Wildcats aren't able to take advantage of a free ball. Let's see if they can do it this time. Wise, Whitson, they're going to go middle with the tip from Lupkus, and then we've got Stamp coming back. Played up by Weber. Whitson with kind of the hit on that second hit, and they call, I guess, Lily Clark in the net. So they're starting to call some in the nets here. We'll take that. So it's 6-9. Belle Whitson serving for the Wildcats. Zaruba to Howard, and that's out. I think that was Stamp tried to push it deep down in the back corner, but she went down the line and it went out. Wildcats creeping back in here, 7-9. There's a little floater, and Howard has to run and chase after. It's going to be a down ball by Stamp. Weber's there. They're going to go Whitson outside to Wade. Wade had a great first game, but she's been quiet games 2 and 3. And that hit by Wade was deep, so it goes out. And it's going to be a side out. And there's a Lily Clark with the serve in the net. And the Wildcats are going to take that point, so it's 8-10. We're in game 3. Cammie Ellis, who kind of sparked the Wildcats in the last game here, is going to be serving. She's got a nice little serve there, played up. We've got Stamp with a big hit. Dam, Wade just free-balled over, and then free-balled back over to the Wildcats by Howard. Now we're going to come back with the back row attack by Whitson. Howard's going to go outside to Stamp, who down balls it. Dam's there, but it goes right to Stamp, and Stamp had it airmailed to her for an attack, and she tried to get a little too precise, and she tipped it right out of bounds. So Wildcats will take that. Cammie Ellis with the nice serve, and it's going to be free-balled over here, mishandled by the Orioles. Whitson's going to go quick to Weber in the middle, kept alive by Breitfelder. That's going to be Stamp with the down ball. Dam. Whitson outside to Wade. Wade with the tip over the block. Kept alive. Jacoby keeps it alive over. Now we're going to come back with another tip. And that's happened a couple different times. It seems like sometimes if you get it in that middle, the Orioles just kind of stop and they all look at each other like somebody else should take that. So we're at 10-10. Wildcats have clawed their way back in. Wildcats have clawed their way back in to this game. We're down 2-0, but we're battling here in game 3 to see if we can send it into a game 4 and potentially a game 5. Heartland Bank and Trust Company is a community bank with offices in Central City and Eastern Iowa, providing a complete line of financial services to commercial and retail customers, customized lending, and cash management solutions. We build strong relationships by getting to know our customers and understanding their needs. Learn more at www.hbtbank.com, member FDIC. So coming out of that timeout, we got Cammie Ellis, and she unfortunately serves it into the net. Last thing that you want to do, but it happens. So Wildcats are back at it. They're down, but we come right back and get it. Bailey Weber with the little tip, and again in that middle. Orioles having a hard time covering that middle spot. It's 11-11. We're in game 3. Wildcats down 0-2. And there's Wade. There's going to be an ace. Misplayed over there by Molly Stamp on that serve receive. So Coletta gets a serve, or gets an ace. And it makes it 12-11. Wildcats have worked their way back and lead by 1 now. And Coletta with a nice hard serve. There's Aruba with a misplay. Wade's getting it, so the back row people don't know if they should bump it or do something overhand. And there's another receiving error, and it's 13-11. And Wade will come back with another one, and there's another good serve played up by Zaruba. We're going to get March. Yeah, March with the kill, and it was close, but they called it in, and I think that was the right call. And so that's going to be point Springville, so it makes it 12-13. Wildcats up by 1. Unfortunately, down 2-0, so let's see if we can't come back here and get this. There's Dam with the serve receive, goes straight back over to Springville. They're going to go outside to Breitfelder, and she has a big hit. And Ellis isn't able to do anything with it, so it's going to be a point. Springville makes it 13-13, and Molly Stamp is going to go back to serve. Stamp with the serve. There's Dam up to Whitson. Whitson's going to go outside to Fritcher. Fritcher's had some decent hits, but that time she got pulled into the net, and her hit went deep, so there's a hitting error. Stamp will serve again, so now Springville's up 14-13 here in game 3. There's Weber, and then Whitson, and then back row attack by Weber, played up by Stamp, and they're going to go outside by Breitfelder, and they're going to say, I believe it was Belle Whitson in the net, I think, for the Wildcats. So there's an error on the Wildcats. That gives a point over there to Springville, so it's 15-13 game 3. There's Dam. She gets it up to Whitson. Whitson quick to Weber. The blockers were right there, but it comes right back to the Wildcats, and now they're going to go to Fritcher. There's more blockers. Jacoby with the block there. That was Fritcher with the hit, and blocked by Jacoby. And point Springville, 16-13. Orioles are up now here. Wildcats need to get a side out, and they got a hitting error right there by Stamp. We'll take that. 14-16. So Avery Wise is going to come in, and Avery's had 2 serving errors here the last 2 times. And let's see if she can't get it over and get something happen. There's a good serve by Avery, and actually she comes back with an ace, just what we needed. So had a couple serving errors, and Avery comes straight back with that ace serve. And there's another, and then she serves it deep this time. So Avery's struggling a little bit with that serve. We got 17-15. Springville's up, and Ashlyn Zaruba is going to be doing the serving for the Orioles. There's a little floater to Weber. She's going to get it up to Whitson. They're going to go back to Weber from that backside, and that's out. Trying to hit it over the blockers, and it goes deep. So it's 18-15. And we've got Zaruba there to Ellis, and they're going to come with a big hit by Weber, and it's blocked but kept alive by the Wildcats. Now the Orioles are on the attack, just a tip. There's Whitson to Dam, and then she's going to go back to Whitson, who had it blocked, but the Wildcats are going to attack again by Cammie Ellis from the back row. And the Orioles are going to come with Jacoby, or I'm sorry, that's Breitfelder, and out of that weak side, and it's blocked over there by Fritcher for sure. I didn't see who the other front row person was. And the Wildcats are going to get the side out there, and the point, 16-18, Wildcats down, and Bailey Weber's going to go back and serve, and there's an ace serve. Orioles weren't ready for that, it didn't look like, and that just dropped. They were hoping it was going to go out, but it didn't. So 17-18, Wildcats coming, trying to pull even here. And there's Zaruba, and they're going to go, I think that was March, just kind of a down ball, and the Wildcats just weren't able to make a play out of it. So it's 17-19, Springville's up. Wildcats need to get a side out. They need to get something going here. March is going to serve. There's Wise and Whitson, and then Dam, and it's there's a play at the net. Oh, a play at the net between Clark and Macy Lupkis, and Clark came out on top of that one. Macy was right there though, but that's point Orioles, so it's 20-17. There's a nice serve played up there by Weber, and Whitson pushes over. Great play there to keep it alive. Scrappy play by the Orioles. Zaruba here is going to be free balled over by Howard. Dam gets it up to Whitson. She's going to go quick to Macy Lupkis. It's blocked. Kept alive by Zaruba. They're coming outside to Breitfelder. There's Dam to Whitson. Hits it on that second hit, and they come back, and Howard hits it on her second hit. And she scores a point for the Orioles, 21-17. A lot of A lot of good plays right there. People diving, keeping the ball alive. Really good rally. And we're going to get, it's 21-17. Orioles are up, and they're up 2-0, and we're going to get a timeout by the Wildcats. Heartland Bank is everywhere you are with our online and mobile banking apps. You have your accounts at your fingertips, anytime, anywhere. Check your balances, pay bills, transfer money, and find Heartland Bank locations with just a touch. Bank on the go at hbtbank.com, member FDIC. All right, so this game got off to a good start with the Wildcats. Kind of got a little lead there, but we just haven't been able to maintain it. And coming out of that timeout here, Orioles have the serve. We've got March, and there's Fritcher. Gets it up to Whitson. They're going to go back row to Weber. Weber with the back row attack, and that's nice. March wasn't ready for that to make a play, and so there's the side out the Wildcats needed. Now let's see if we can't make something happen. We've got Coletta Wade in the front row, who's been having a good night up there. We've got Allie Fritcher, who's going to serve 18-21. Wildcats are down, and they're going to come with Breitfelder, but there's a big block. Coletta Wade and Macy Lupkus right there. Coletta's done a lot of good things, just hasn't just been a little inconsistent. Did great first and got lost in that second game, so let's see if we can't play off of that. And there's Coletta Wade, who had the opportunity for an attack, and there's going to be a hitting error. 2 hits on Springville's Howard, I believe. And now it's 20-21. Wildcats coming back here, making some big plays. We're in game 3. And there's a big serve, and there's an ace. Allie Fritcher with the ace in the deepest corner of the gym that it could be in. And the Springville Orioles stopped there and just looked at it. And Wildcats get the point. So we are tied 21-21. We are in game 3. Springville has taken games 1 and 2. Game 1 was 25-18. Game 2, 25-11. So I'm giving the Wildcats a lot of credit. A lot of teams would have, after getting beat that soundly in the second game, would have just kind of maybe came out. But the Wildcats are battling here and have gotten into a 21-21 tie. So out of the timeout, Fritcher is going to continue serving. And there's a good serve. And Howard just tips it over. Wildcats are going to come back with a quick hit of their own. And it's kept alive. Free balled over by Breitfelder. Weber up to Whitson, outside to Coletta Wade again with the hit. Stamps right there. They're going to come back with Breitfelder with the big hit. And Wildcats aren't able to make a play on that one. Allie Fritcher just kind of put her arms up just to protect herself there. So side out, 22-21. And we've got Kennedy Breitfelder back. There's the Weber. Whitson trails that down, just free balled over by Wade. Breitfelder gets it up to Howard. They're going to go quick to Clark. And the officials might have missed it in the net, but Clark put that one down. And that makes it 23-21. We need this play right here. Wildcats need to get a side out right here if we want to have a chance potentially. So there's Weber up to Whitson, and they're going to go outside to Wade. Let's see if Coletta, there's a tip, and yes! It was kind of a tight set, and Coletta just tipped it and got it right up over the blockers. They got Clark over there, who's 6 foot, and they got it over her, and it dropped, and so Wildcats get it. We got Whitson with the floater serve. It's going to be free balled over by Howard. Let's see if the Wildcats weren't able to take advantage of that free ball. Weber, I don't know, just weren't able. That's unfortunate. It was 23-22, and now with that unfortunate misplay there, it's 24-22, and Coach Clark calls a timeout. Wildcats had it right there, the opportunity on that free ball, and everybody just kind of stood there and watched and didn't make a play. And then Bailey Weber tried late to try to come in and get it, but just wasn't able to. So And the ball went out, so Orioles get that. So it's 24-22. Orioles are serving right now for the win. They've got Lily Clark back there, so let's hope there's a serving error or we can do something with this serve and get a hit and still have life. Still have life. Let's see what we can do. Dam. And just tipped over here. It's kind of tight at the net, and we're going to get a back row attack. Just a tip by Weber. Breitfelder's we're going to go with Howard with the hit. Dam plays it up, and then we've got Coletta Wade with the second down ball there. And then Jacoby keeps it alive out of the middle, bumped up by Weber, and there's Coletta Wade, and Wildcats are going to get that. Coletta Wade just kind of tomahawked it, and one of the Orioles kind of reached back, and that's going to be a point Wildcat. So it's 23-24, and we got Cami Ellis, just the person that we want serving here. She's done a great job of serving tonight, and she's got a little floater that Howard gets to stamp, and they make a play, but Dam's there. We're going to go outside to Wade, and there's the tip, and there's a point. Tipped over there, and the back row just wasn't able for the Springville Orioles to get up there and make a play on it. And we are tied 24-24 in game 3. So we've got Cami Ellis again, little floater to Breitfelder. She's tight, but Howard just tips it over, kept alive by Dam. Coletta Wade down balls it. The blockers are right there, and oh, Wade was off balance and just kind of one-armed bumped it instead of getting her feet underneath her, and it went deep. So there's 25-24. Nia Howard's going to serve for the Orioles. Wildcats need to make a play. There's Ellis, and bad pass by Cami Ellis, and Whitson's not able to do anything with it. And there's going to be a point, and that is game 3 for the Orioles. So just a recap here on tonight's game, Wildcats and the Orioles go 3 games. Wildcats pretty competitive first game, 18-25. Game 2, Springville was able to come out and jump all over the Wildcats in that game and won pretty handily, 25-11. And then game 3, pretty good game. Wildcats got up by a couple, then Springville came back, and then Springville got up. Kind of went back and forth, and Wildcats tied it up 24-24. But unfortunately, Springville gets the last 2 points and finishes it out 26-24 to win the match here tonight. So Wildcats fall, first conference loss, still having a pretty good season. As I mentioned, we will be back. They do have one more home game, and we'll keep you updated on how they do on the road. As I said, we'll be back next week for volleyball, but Friday, David Warrington, who's calling all the football games home and away, will be broadcasting from Springville on Friday night, and the game starts at 7 o'clock. So join us Friday night on the sports channel. We would love for you to be at Springville supporting the team, but if you can't make it to Springville, make sure you listen in on the sports channel. So good job tonight for the Wildcats. They'll bounce back next week, and we'll have it for you at the next home game. And my name is Cindy McCarthy, and I appreciate everybody listening in. And go Cats.